Hello, everybody. Sky was just sitting here. We were just both sitting here, actually.
We're sitting here right now.
We are literally sitting here right now.
We're flying here right now. We have to remember the meta.
Hi, everyone.
We're just floating around, thinking about how excited we were to see you guys and to get back into the world of Ace Attorney, and in particular, start the third of this series and the final of this particular trilogy.
Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations.
This is one of my absolute faves of the entire series, and I kind of didn't realize it until we were sitting down. Like, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep going with Ace Attorney. I love Ace Attorney. I always love Ace Attorney no matter what we're playing. And then as I was sitting down, I was like, wait a second. This is one of my favorites.
Well, I know it's one of your favorites.
But I forgot.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling when you're like, I didn't realize how excited I was for this.
Yeah.
But like, I know you've been excited. Trials and Tribs, yeah! Larson, I'm so excited that you're excited.
When you spend so much time waiting for a thing to happen,
yeah.
You're like, yeah, and then it's going to be so cool when that happens. And then I feel like even 5 minutes ago, I was like, it'll be so cool when that happens. And then I was sitting down and being like, wait, the moment is now. The waiting is over.
It's like the feeling of you kind of like suppress the excitement in yourself because you don't want to get too excited about it.
I don't want to hype it up too much.
And you don't want to like let it control your life. So you let it hibernate, and then the moment it's like time to happen, you're like, let's go!
Okay.
Well, we're on ad now, so...
Oh, Larcy, that's really cute. That would be so cute if we were parallel playing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, and you're on the last one right now.
Mia.
Gosh. So, I don't know who of all our audience has like experienced Ace Attorney stuff without having played any of the games, but I think one of the infamous things that you might have seen, if you are one of those people, is young Phoenix Wright and his stupid little pink sweater. This is the case that's in, which is one of the it's hype for a reason, you know, like it's iconic for a reason. So I'm really as soon as this ad break is over, I'm gonna start this up. So don't worry about it.
Because the ad break.
That's the only reason I'm not going in yet.
All three of these people I'm so excited to see right here.
Yeah.
Girl.
All right, here we go.
Okay. All right.
Oh, here you can. I don't know why I'm holding it. Wait.
You should hold it because you're Mia. No wait. Oh. How did I get into this mess? Who is that? Why? Why did I do that?
That girl, you just shouldn't see her anymore.
Hey, it's none of your business.
I'm telling you, for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news.
You're lying.
Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl.
Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! What? Phoenix? It wasn't me. I didn't...
Oh, now ad break starts.
I didn't do it! I don't know why I'm giving him such a whoopee voice when I'm like, I actually do have a Phoenix voice.
5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial.
I didn't do it!
No, you're right, though.
Okay.
Whew, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning.
Oh, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know?
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed.
Let go of my lapels.
She's like shaking him. I'm relaxed.
You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Grossberger!
Grossberger.
Let's go! I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me. What was your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean.
What? You've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that. You see, of course I have. I think.
Oh, dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're nervous. You see, the poor young man in the pink sweater over there, that's our client.
Good morning there, everybody.
Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia.
I just want to say, I'll give it all I got. Yep, I'll be fine. No problem.
Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye?
Actually, it's right.
That's where she got it wrong.
It's right. Like the Flying Brothers, people screw it up all the time.
Do they? That's incredible.
And yes, I have a cold. That's what the mask is for. My doc says that this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says.
Wow. Right. Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you.
Please let go of my shirt.
That's what the mask is! That's what the point of the
mask is.
That's what the point of the basket.
I love,
I didn't really need the glasses.
I love the grabbing of the shirt.
the grabbing of the shirt is so funny. She's so enthusiastic.
I love that every rookie attorney is like so wildly nervous that they can't even contain their nerves.
I
so
mean, I
good.
feel like I can understand
No,
it.
it's so real.
That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom.
Oh, so this is our second case.
It's been 1 year since then, and well,
Back
here I
on
am
the
again.
saddle. Back on the saddle. Whoa, shit. Here we go again.
But this time I'm going to win.
This guy couldn't kill anybody.
For my client, and for myself. April 11th. Hey, that's
He
our
can't
friend's
kill
birthday.
anybody. He can't coordinate a murder. He can't even coordinate his colors.
Mean to him!
I'm just saying.
Just says him.
Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're this guy.
Oh, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense today is Miss
Mia Fey, was it?
Okay, it's not that hard a name. It's...
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg is to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
He's literally right next to you.
Emergency? But isn't that him standing there next to you?
Grossberg looking at her like,
An emergency?
literally, I'm right here. What the hell are you talking about?
Yes, well,
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really
Marvin right
handle
now?
this?
Just like,
real.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Girl.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Wow. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence.
And the music is as good as ever. You know?
Yeah.
This is so like, ooh. There's
grooving.
when I loved when we did like big standardized tests in school back when we were teens, because the teacher would let me have headphones in and
God.
listen to music.
Take me back to when teachers let you have headphones in. I say as if I'm in school.
As if
right
we're
now.
in school now. But they would let me do that, and I would just listen to Ace Attorney music while, like, doing all of my tests.
That's awesome.
And it was so, like, perfect. It's such the perfect, like, thinky music.
I totally agree with you.
Like, epic test-takey music.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. He's not, like, stabbed or anything in the back.
Yeah, it's like, well, was he electrocuted?
Does that umbrella have something to do with it?
Did he fall on the umbrella bad?
Did he fall from somewhere?
What,
Did he trip?
Was he poisoned? There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
That could.
Your reputation for
Sagacity? Is that how you say it? Sagacity?
We're gonna.
Let's learn.
I really want to learn right now. I'm sagacity.
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 The quality of being discerning, sound in judgment, and far-sighted. Wisdom.
Oh, sagacity.
Your reputation for
sagacity.
being sound in judgment, essentially,
Wow.
is well earned, Your Honor. Oh, the judge is wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that his victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death? Mia, you should know about this.
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit.
I know this is the tutorial stage.
I am a genteel man, if you will.
A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
Oh, a perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? Because? Go on. Please say you know at least this much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up.
Fun.
Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
The court record. I think I can see that by pressing the R button. Doug's autopsy report. Date and time of death. April 9th at 3 p.m. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. Proof of my profession. The first and last time I wore it was a year ago.
All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just pressed the R button here.
Now then, with the attorney for the defense, please answer the question. What was the cause of death?
Electrocution.
Wait, did you look?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Look, and I can always...
Right, you did. I remember now.
According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock.
Well, look at me. I'm surfing.
Whee!
Whee!
In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new, super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
Well, the answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
Yeah, now they had bad blood. You know, it used to be bad love.
What do you mean? She's the one who's
Let's
like...
take a look at you, but they got... Because, baby, now they got bad blood. Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. I just came back from the Eras tour.
You're a defense attorney. You must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That's Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift.
Is he? Oh.
They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know.
Oh.
The rookie killer.
Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
Oh, no need to get all worked up for this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it in old Graybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Graybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. Yeah, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with the R button, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
Let's look at profiles. My superior and head of Grossberg Loft is 61 years old. My client, a third-year art student at Ivy University. He has a cold. The victim, fourth-year pharmacology student at Ivy University. Oh, he's also 21 and he's 22. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne, age 20, dated the victim, Doug Swallow, up until 8 months ago. Winston Payne, a fresh 49. Prosecutor for this trial, a veteran lawyer with a little too much confidence. Well, it's like definitely Dahlia.
Yeah, right?
That's the thing that these two people
We
have in
gotta
common.
get to know this Dahlia character.
Take that!
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Step on her eyes!
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
Hi, Pinkle Paws.
Hello!
He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants.
He's so scary.
Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
Oh my god.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Sorry, I laughed at my own fart noise that I made. Oh, thanks for the follow.
Crack yourself up.
I did.
Hey, go. Oh, thank you.
Oh, hey, thanks for the little fake raid, the soft raid. Thanks for everyone who's coming in from Critter Stream. We're playing
Hello.
Ace Attorney.
Oh, hello. Cute.
That's so sweeties.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, witness, please state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, right now, I guess I'm a suspect.
No, he means what you did before you were arrested.
Oh, I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Duxville.
But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you, I was...
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Oh, also for anyone coming in, we are playing the first game of... No, we're playing the last game of the first trilogy of Phoenix Wright. First case. We just started. You're here at a great time.
It's the third game. Yes. Yeah. And then we got first case of it.
Right away, Your Honor.
The victim and I. What a pair we'll be.
I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe.
Oh my god, he's British?
No, he's a British wannabe.
Oh. So I could give him a British accent.
Unless he would,
I should give him a British accent.
Is he someone who is he a wannabe British? Like he wants to be British, or is he a British wannabe, meaning that he's British and he's also a wannabe, like he wants to be cool?
I like to think that he wants to be British and he is also a wannabe.
Okay.
That's what I want to
So he was
this as.
totally. Do you think he was speaking in a British accent?
I'm gonna give him my.
You're gonna give him
best
a British accent.
British accent next time.
Oh, good. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect.
I love Tay just being like, guys, I only found the dead body. You can't believe me. I just stumbled across it. I see. So you hardly knew the victim.
Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer.
Phew. It looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh?
It seems you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be...
This witness has to undergo something called cross-examination. Ever heard of her?
Cross-examination?
Haven't you been in a courtroom before?
He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client, in court, all lives must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now, that there was a lie? A contradiction?
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying.
I've been lying. I'm a liar. And that's a rock fact.
You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
Would you?
We just met, come on.
I'm just a new lawyer and it's my birthday. I admit I was there.
You were there? When you say you were there, do you mean the place where the victim was murdered?
Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway.
Something.
Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm voicing him. I'm
You're like, who the fuck is that?
Who is this fucking guy? Who's this fucking guy? Who asked him?
Something. You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence.
Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow.
Oh, thank you, Panko. You're so sweet.
Aw.
It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
A coincidence, huh?
Yeah, life's crazy like that. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body.
Hold it. You say you found the body? So who called the police?
Huh?
Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct. They were witnesses.
That's such a dramatic photo.
Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
What? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind?
Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found a body, but I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I don't even know him.
I don't even know him.
I don't even know.
So
I
you
don't
didn't know
her.
his face? Or even his name, right?
Right. Well, no. That is, I mean...
So, which is it? Did you know him or not?
Now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day.
Well, I guess I did know his name.
News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before?
I heard he used to date Dolly.
Who is this Dolly person?
Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Why do they use the word lover?
Lover.
Oh, I see. Young love. So bittersweet.
But that's all I knew about him. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. British wannabe.
Boys.
Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with.
That's right. I mean, why would I be even...
But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, Then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright?
No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer. I swear! I'm not a killer!
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well. He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt.
I think that is he wants to be British.
He wants it. Or it was just Union Jacks were kind of cool back then.
That is also true.
It could just be a jacket he was wearing, and Phoenix is just jealous that Dahlia used to date her.
Yeah.
Date him.
Yeah. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean?
Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figure he must have British stuff. See? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it.
He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
Yum.
May I ask you something, Miss Faye?
Yes, Your Honor. What is it now?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow?
Oh my god.
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. You mean like the stars and stripes from here in America, right?
That makes your Sam Eagle impression for this so good. Ah, like the stars and stripes. It is the American way. It is the British way.
It is the Japanese way.
Oh, like the rising sun.
Do you think that's what it says in Japanese?
It's probably, maybe, I don't know. I can't claim to know.
I don't know.
I would be willing to bet that there are so many translations that are like far and away from what you normally get.
I just always like to think about it. I like to.
Oh yeah, it's so fascinating.
I'm always thinking about the Japanese
and
origins.
it makes the world of Phoenix Wright fascinating because it's like, oh, it's so like America and Japan.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's wild.
Oh, as usual, Honor, your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Mia, there's a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg, I forgot you were there.
Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean.
Okay, Mia. Check the court record carefully.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
Let me look. It doesn't look like anything was on his back. And Phoenix said he had a Union Jack on his back.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
So,
Yeah, I think that's the one.
yeah. Do you think you can manage it on it? Do we want? So, do
No,
we kill
don't
him?
Need help. We don't need help.
I can handle it on myself.
I mean,
One
and
year
I
ago.
don't know if he says anything funny, but
I don't care about him. Sorry.
I don't
Sorry.
really need information.
1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. It was probably the same courtroom. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
I'm a grown woman.
You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia. One more time. From the very beginning of his testimony. I'm not the killer. No, we want to go.
Yeah.
We present. This thing. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back.
But, hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that really was the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me.
Please forgive me.
Man, you made our client cry!
Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway.
Phoenix. Phoenix.
I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
Oh my god.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand of... over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? I'm on the
When you call yourself a fan. Yeah, the forums.
The forums of Cold Killer X.
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Up your butthole.
Check your butthole!
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take at another photo from the crime scene.
What's this? In the victim's hand, it's
Cold Killer X! Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to.
Does it say Phoenix right on the
Did
top?
he put like a label on it?
Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What?
Seeing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can have only been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
So he grabbed medicine to implicate in the moments before he was dying?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a stretch.
Yeah.
We're stretching.
order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept them into the record.
The victim's watch stopped at the time of death. Found clutched in the victim's hand, covered in Wright's fingerprints.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this?
While I'm thinking about this, I know that this is inopportune, but that's like 3 o'clock when that stopped, like a little bit after 3 o'clock, it looks like.
Yeah.
I just want to check this real quick. At 3 p.m., he died.
Okay.
So it was a little, okay. Anyway. This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks! My poor hemorrhoids!
Listen, fella, the less I know about your hemorrhoids, the better.
Alright, what really happened, Phoenix?
The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3 o'clock, we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
I'm like really trying to channel how I feel when I have a cold.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Faye, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies.
Don't tell me the lie.
What really happened?
What really happened?
He
Called me.
He called me.
He called me.
What do you mean he called you? Had you ever met the victim before then?
No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is...
By it's kind of embarrassing. She's my sweetheart.
Oh, what was that for, Mia?
She smacked him. Mia got so pissed off at how gross that was that she smacked him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
She's like, ugh!
She got so aggressive.
Adalia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
He was on the phone behind that building. Okay, and was it Mr. Swallow who indicated that you should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IBU.
Full Metal Alchemist of IVU.
The Full Metal Alchemist of IBU.
An alchemist? I see.
I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was built with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Ho ho! How fascinating! He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. Probably could have gone far,
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for more details? About the time of the meeting. So are you you are absolutely certain that you met at 2:45?
Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments. I'm doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much.
Experiments?
Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something.
Well, it looks like he is right about the first time. Looks like he is right about the first time anyway.
Witness, let's go on with your testimony.
Yes.
We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock we split up.
I just want to look.
Around 3 o'clock was it I lost my shop.
And that's
And it was a little after 3 that
they took the picture.
that his watch stopped.
Did his watch stop?
His watch stopped when he died.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pues. So what was it you were talking about?
You know, maybe we should hang out again sometime.
Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true.
I put him dying
No,
there.
stop. Wrong button. So you say you went back?
Yeah, that's when I found a body.
Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him?
Well, that's right, I was.
Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there?
I thought maybe we could make up.
Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this.
Make up.
It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh?
I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone know that you were taking cold medicine?
Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch?
Incident. Huh? What does that have to do with anything?
You can never be too sure.
I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Yes! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
She hates it. Her ass.
Well, Mia,
I don't know. I can't seem to find any contradictions.
the boy isn't exactly what I'd call a natural-born liar, you know. But still, we can't have her continue to spout nonsense.
I know. But what can I do?
Well, I'm certain he must be still hiding something. Information! Right now, it's information we need more than anything else.
Building. So, what if I...
Wasn't there a thing where we had a diverging, like, what questions we could ask? Like, we could ask about the pharmacology department, or we could ask about the time. Maybe we should ask about the pharmacology department.
Yes. You're right. Does this evidence establish that the defendant is lying?
Don't ask me! You're the one who's supposed to know!
Oops. Sorry. This is all kind of new to me still.
Well, I've got something new for you, too. A new penalty! No. Objection denied.
This isn't going as smoothly as I had hoped.
Yeah, it is, like, Mia is like, I can't stand watching this boy be such a simp.
Yeah.
I have to help him be better.
I have to help this boy. That's exactly what...
Yeah. I need to adopt him.
Oh, wait. So, is this where we... No. It was here.
Yeah.
Okay, so press. I'm sorry for the penalty. Yeah. Okay. About the pharmaceutical department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department.
Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though.
A little bit earlier, you said in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
That's right. They sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere.
High voltage cables?
Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
But what do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there's one mystery that still remains.
Yeah, there is, Your Honor.
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is, You are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Sure. Let's do it. Your Honor!
Yes, Miss Faye?
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. Even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
I mean, this is pretty standard.
No, that's
This
that.
Is, it like I mean,
Literally, it's that, right?
Look at that. It's like literally sparking. You guys aren't even.
No, it's that. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What? But there is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
It's like,
There.
it's like,
It's right there. Dora.
well, naturally, it's right here.
What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard?
Dang, I wish a functioning system was real. Sad piece, dude.
Sad piece.
Sad piece.
The machine the pharmacology students use in their experiments requires high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then, the high voltage cable?
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of his death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now. The victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
I think his bouncy pompadour is so fucking funny. I'm glad you pointed that.
I just want to rip it off.
Throw it on the ground.
And throw it on the ground.
step on it, step on it, step on it.
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo.
Umbrella.
As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean...
Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
I pushed him.
I shook him over.
What?
Got pushed him. Push him. I can only think of one way Mr. Wright would have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
No. Order! 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 That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Single fucking ass, we're done.
Thanks. Good mentoring.
Mr. Grossberg.
My head points never lie. That show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No! You're wrong.
You're wrong. No, you're wrong.
Mr. Wright is innocent.
No.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor!
At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye?
Tay, please say your pun.
Do it. You can't say that and then not follow up. Marvin needs to get his head out of his butt.
Grossberg. Let's go. Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be...
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me.
But... Miss Faye.
Normal Phoenix comes out for a second.
No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Wright!
I'll tell you what really happened.
But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further...
I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead.
The music in Phoenix Wright is so good.
It's so good. God, it's so good.
That... wait.
The girl, you shouldn't see her anymore.
Well, it's none of your business.
I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news.
You're lying.
Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl.
I
love
forgot
that
how
there
to
was
do a
never
British accent.
not the whole thing. Don't talk about her like that.
Oh!
I was
Sorry.
really waiting
No,
for the British accent.
I
and it
forgot how to
just
do
straight
one.
up didn't come out.
Legitimately. Legitimately, I was planning on doing it, and then I tried figuring it out as I was talking, and then I was like, I don't know, I've never met a British
you
person.
Like went into AI voice. That's so funny. You have British relatives.
I know. Like,
You have, like, actual British relatives. I think the court should have realized he didn't do it as soon as they thought he pushed him. Yeah. Batman?
Yeah.
Like a fly in a net. Oh, man.
No, I'm
so
trying
funny.
to summon one now, and I can't, so we need to move on.
That was the last
we need to move
opportunity
on.
anyway.
What you said, was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid if I told the truth, that everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
No, please give me one more chance to explain. This time, I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay. Won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you.
Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim. Oh, it feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
Oh, wow. That's pre-Harlem Shake meme.
It literally was.
Yeah. Isn't that so funny? I mean, the Harlem
It's
Shake was
crazy.
like a dance before, I suppose, but that's
suppose
so
so.
funny.
That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly.
They pushed him.
And I'm gonna push him. I lost my temper and gave him a shove.
That's a really hard shove.
Yeah, he's strong. Phoenix is a strong boy.
At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried.
Is that a remix? Objection Funk by I Teach Vader? I'll have to look it up.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. It's really good.
So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock. And that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling.
Real?
Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it.
Even I would have noticed it. Okay.
Did I not say
No, I read it wrong, and then I heard it wrong, and then I was like, oh, okay. That's true. Even a doofus, stupid, poo-brain idiot like him couldn't miss that.
Huh.
Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. When I pushed him.
When I pushed the victim.
That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly.
Okay. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you?
He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Yep.
Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
I was a bad girl. I did some bad things.
Oh boy. You're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright.
Ad break starting. Uh-oh.
Well, there it goes.
Should we wait?
We can. We haven't fully been waiting.
I
every
know,
single
but
time.
I will because I usually don't see them.
We can wait at like the 30 seconds
Okay.
as we look at Mia. I love this expression of hers where she's like,
Oh my god. Like she's gonna throw up, but then she's got pinky up.
He does have her, like, her...
Her pinky is so jointed.
It really is. Like,
It looks so uncomfortable.
That looks so uncomfy.
It's very, like, delicate looking.
Oh, wait. We're trying to pose like this right now, real quick.
It's like that. But her pinky is so
Wow.
flexible. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not how pinkies work. Anyway.
Please don't make this harder for me than it already is.
Anyway, after he said that, I lost my temper and I gave him a shove.
Oh,
You weren't
sorry.
gonna press that?
No, I was like based.
True.
Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail?
That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy.
Yeah, I pushed him.
And then I pushed him.
He did push him to the ground.
I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest.
That is really dramatic. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen,
Right, there was nothing like that at all.
and he was face up in that sequence.
So he definitely did. Wait, yeah. And he said that he turned around to leave and then he shoved him. So how could how could Doug have turned around to leave and then Phoenix shoved him on the chest?
Maybe he walked around to the other side of him and
Feels
pushed him.
complicated.
It does.
There was nothing like that at all.
But is it possible that you merely overlooked it?
Phoenix, do you feel like a man the way you pushed him around?
Well,
Oh, well, I guess it's possible.
What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise.
What noise did you hear? A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like snap. You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
Snap, just like an electrocution.
That's kind of what it
Objection.
sounds like when I electrocute the bugs at work.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah, you're right, huh? You're not qualified to decide that! What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. I feel like it's always ask for more details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was.
How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it have been?
Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us!
When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding.
Oh.
You pushed him. I pushed him.
And he fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella. Kinda cheap and frail. Kinda like the owner.
Cool thing to say about a dead person. Phoenix.
Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
He was stupid, cheap, and frail, and ugly, just like him. I wish I had an umbrella.
Yeah, I wish I was like him.
I wish I had.
I'm worse than him.
Miss Faye? What do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Well, yeah. It was important because I'll show you why it's important right now. I'll clock it. He's not on top of his umbrella in this photo. And they said that Phoenix said he pushed him on top of his umbrella and it broke. So he would be on top of his umbrella if that's the moment he died.
Yes.
And that's my game theory. Of course it's important. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
Ha! How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
After I shoved him, he pulled out on his cheap umbrella.
Oh, sorry. What's it? Hold it! So, Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella. And you are certain of this?
Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself.
Stealing it.
After killing him.
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
The umbrella, you mean?
Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Him ha, Leo.
Huh?
Oh, my stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm sorry.
Continue on with your testimony, witness.
Oh, we are defending
Oh.
a young Phoenix Wright in the court. He is accused of murder. But did he do it? Question mark? So, do you think this is where we present, like, the crime should we go through the entire thing? Yes. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, what should I say?
After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yeah. It's you.
Yeah, sorry, work related thing.
I say guilty because I believe in guilty until proven innocent. Well, that's Ace Attorney law.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious.
You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition?
Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. So I went back, but he was just lying there dead.
At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime?
Nope, nobody.
Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier?
I know Phoenix is fighting with the face mask.
Yeah.
He's sending me back to 2020 with all the people out there struggling.
Yeah, real.
In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, murderer. I'm afraid the judge will make his decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, sir. Right now, I need more info. Info that will help me turn up some contradictions. Okay, so I know where to go. What do you mean? What do you mean he fell on top of his umbrella, but we have this photograph of the crime scene? Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning?
Come on, if I had mentioned that.
I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right!
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. No!
Oh my god.
Order! 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 The victim! He moved? Mr. Payne! The umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want to present it as evidence immediately! There we go, owned by the victim, found broken near the crime scene.
Wow.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
Objection. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
No!
Why is this pompadour like though he's nervous? It's actually his brain.
That's his brain. It's outside his head.
I believe that. I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. That don't happen. Okay. Whoa, damn me. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess. You have another witness?
Oh, exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Is that a word?
Incontrovertible? Yeah.
Well, who is this witness?
Maybe it needs to be said differently, but
Controvertible.
yeah.
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Oh,
Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong.
This is what she was been waiting for. Hell yeah!
Actually, I've been waiting for this.
you can't be serious.
Mia! What do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to
Queen.
stop at.
Hair flip.
Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, I will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Okay. Do we want to do the second half of this case tonight, or do we want to do it on Wednesday?
We've been going for an hour and a half. I want to get to Dolly, but I also am going to be really hungry if we try to do this next half after stream, you know what I mean?
Well, next half now, you mean?
Yeah, if we do it now after stream, I'm going to be like starving.
If we take a 5-minute break and have ourselves a small little snack to tide us over until dinner, is that enough?
5 minutes isn't long enough for that.
Okay. So, okay, but if we continue on Wednesday, that'll be perfect because we're taking a whole ass break.
Oh, see, that's perfect then.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. If Sky is hungry, you should go eat. Okay, that sounds perfect. Tay is feeding you.
Thank you.
Food is energy. You're so right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end and keep our little episodes bite-sized. You know, you're gonna have to see what happens next time with Phoenix Wright.
It'll
on
be really
Wednesday.
exciting. I'm really excited. And I love this game. And thank you all so much for coming in and being so cool and having fun with us.
Yeah, we're really excited about this whole game. So we're gonna continue the rest of this on Wednesday. We're doing Phoenix Wright both days this week.
Wahoo! Yeah,
Wahoo!
we're a Phoenix Wright channel for a short period of time.
Yeah, and if also you enjoy us and you want to have a say in what we stream next, because we're gonna add another game soon, then you can vote in our straw poll here. And if you want to catch up with our VODs, feel free to do so here. Let me check something. What am I checking? I forgot what I'm checking,
oh,
so never
well, then
mind.
never
We're
mind.
gonna just go. I love you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.